What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. Alright guys, so we're going to dive back into some more of our X-Men reading order. Now guys, if you're new to the channel, basically every Monday I do upload one, maybe I might do two, I don't know yet, but usually upload a video as we cover the X-Men reading order. Now guys, basically where we left off at last time, we saw Magneto defeat the X-Men. And so right now, you have them all locked up into machines right now, wondering, can they break out and can they defeat Magneto? But anyways guys, let's go ahead and dive into the next X-Men story. Here we go. Now guys, when it comes to issue number 113, it does pick up where 112 left off at. Now guys, basically at the end of 112, we saw Magneto defeat the X-Men. But after he defeated the X-Men, he basically locked them up into chairs where basically they cannot use their powers. They can't even move. Matter of fact guys, they can't even speak. All they can do is just think. All they can do is just think and barely move their heads left and right. But also it canceled out their powers. And so basically Magneto is saying, you guys are stuck here. For how long I want y'all to be stuck here. But y'all are going to be basically here forever. Now, with the X-Men basically locked up in those chairs, you have Magneto just wreaking havoc across the world. Because no one can stop Magneto except the X-Men. Honestly, I feel like the Avengers could, or the Defenders, if they were around at the time, but somebody could defeat Magneto. But it's Chris Claremont saying no. Only the X-Men could defeat Magneto. But right now, they're all locked up into chairs. Now, we do jump over to Charles Xavier and Illyandra. Now guys, I do not remember if I mentioned this or not, but basically, Charles Xavier took his alien girlfriend, Illyandra, from the Phoenix Saga on vacation, just to get away, to relax a little bit. But here's the thing right here. You have Charles Xavier saying, something is wrong. I have lost my connection to my X-Men. And so basically, you have him saying, we have to go back. We have to go back to the X-Mansion and see what is wrong with my X-Men. Now, we do now jump back over to Storm, who is one of the X-Men locked up into the chairs that Magneto put her in. Now, Storm, guys, this is why I like Chris Claremont, because basically, this is where Chris Claremont is trying to explain more to us about Storm. He's basically telling us her history in this story in like 2 to 3 panels, that he's saying, listen, Storm was a young girl in Africa. Her parents died, yes, but while she was in Africa as a young girl, she was being trained to be a thief. And so in Africa, she was a young thief. And so right now, she is trying to use her thieves skills to basically pick the lock that she's in right now with her mouth. Because all she can move is basically her head, but not that much. And so she is trying to basically pick the lock to break out. Now, of course, she fails because it's Magneto and his robot, the nanny, is amazing. But basically, Storm does fail. Now, we do now jump over to Magneto. Now, basically right now, he's in space on asteroid M. And basically, he's right now just chilling there and saying, you know what? How else can I cause havoc on Earth? What else can I do to cause more havoc on Earth? And so while he's doing that, he does get a notification that something is wrong with his base in Antarctica. The same base the X-Men are locked into. And so he says, okay, let me go down there and see what's going on. The X-Men could have not broken out of their traps because they are stuck there forever and ever and ever. Now, Chris Claremont does not explain how the X-Men broke out of their chairs, but basically you do have Magneto go back to his base, which is underneath a volcano, where the X-Men are being kept in. Now, when he gets there, the X-Men start to attack him left and right, left and right. Now, the X-Men are winning. They are finally winning their first fight against Magneto. But here's the problem right here. You do have Jean Grey basically use her powers, and she hits the main computer. Now guys, remember, the base the X-Men were kept in was basically put under a volcano. And so with Jean Grey hitting the main computer, the dome that kept the lava out of the base starts to fall apart. It starts to open up. And so with that happening, basically you have the X-Men and Magneto realizing we have to get out of here. Now, Magneto, he barely gets away because he was badly injured by the X-Men. But the X-Men, they're screwed. They're stuck. Their best chance of getting out of here just left with Magneto. And so you have lava just falling down all around the X-Men. The X-Men basically get split into two groups because even machine parts are falling down around the X-Men. And so on one side, you have Beast and Jean Grey. But on the other side of the base, you have the rest of the new X-Men stuck there. And basically, you have Jean Grey and Beast just get out of there because Jean Grey used her power of the Phoenix to get her and Beast out of the volcano base before they died in there. But when they get out, they realize the new X-Men are not behind them. The base is gone completely. And so with that happening, it leaves us wondering, did the new X-Men just die thanks to the lava in that secret base? Did the lava in the base collapse on the new X-Men, killing them? And with Jean Grey and Beast, they're saying the X-Men are dead. We are now the last two people from that group. The rest are all dead. Now guys, you do have Jean Grey and Beast both thinking that the new X-Men are dead. Jean Grey, matter of fact, she is angry because the man she loves is dead. Matter of fact, she tries to go back down there to save them, but Beast tells her you can't. The X-Men are dead. Scott Summers is dead. And so basically Beast and Jean Grey, they think the new X-Men have died. They think the new X-Men is no longer around. Now, lucky for them, we do have a nearby chopper that flies by and basically takes them back home to the X mansion. Now, we do jump over to the other side of the volcano, where basically the new X-Men break out of. And that tells us they have survived the collapse of the base. That after the base collapsed with the lava, machine parts and everything, the new X-Men were able to punch their way out of the volcano on the other side. Now, when they do break out, they realize something. They realize that they're in the Savage Land. Cyclops says, I thought I would never come back here again. But here we are, new X-Men. I welcome you to the Savage Land. Now, of course, you know, just like most new places you go to, something bad always happens. For example, Banshee does get attacked by one of the dinosaurs in the Savage Land. Wolverine saves him, yada yada. But basically, it's the new X-Men realizing that the Savage Land is not your usual place to go to. They're looking around and saying, this is weird. We are in Antarctica, but this small place right here is untouched by the weather of Antarctica. That these dinosaurs are here. What in the world is going on? Now, guys, real quick, we do have somebody basically lurking in the shadows, basically watching the X-Men, and he says, I know that man. I know Cyclops. Because guys, Cyclops came to the Savage Land before. And so this man is saying, I know that guy right there. That is Cyclops, which means the rest of the people around him are also X-Men. And I need their help. I need their help. And so basically he's saying he's going to attack the X-Men later on. Now, you do have Storm and Banshee saying, listen, we have saw a small village south of here. Let's go there and try to recover there and get some help there. Because right now we're hungry, we're badly injured. We need to go somewhere and find some kind of medical help. And there's a small village just down from here. And so basically you have all the X-Men going to this village to hopefully find some kind of medical help. Now guys, we do jump forward in time to the point where you do have the new X-Men right now just trying to relax. They're trying to relax at the village they found earlier and get healed up. Now guys, this is where I say Chris Claremont was basically playing a small game with the X-Men characters. What I mean is that basically guys, remember when the base started to collapse, the X-Men were split into two groups. The new X-Men, the current roster of the new X-Men, and then on the other side you had Beast and Jean Grey. Now, this is where I say Chris Claremont was trying to say, listen, to Jean Grey and Beast, the new X-Men died. But to the new X-Men, you have Jean Grey and Beast had died. And so basically one side believes the other side had died. And so with that happening, you have Cyclops saying Jean Grey is dead, Beast is dead. That is now 3 people who have died under my watch as the leader of the X-Men. Now guys, remember, like back in issue number 95, Thunderbird, he died. And so basically you have Cyclops saying, what is wrong with me? That's now 3 X-Men who have died under my watch, under my leadership. And so basically Cyclops is mad at himself. He's mad at himself for letting 3 people die. Now he does not know that Jean Grey and Beast are alive, but for right now he believes that Jean Grey and Beast are both dead. Now basically he tells the X-Men, listen you guys, we have to leave here soon. Just enjoy your free time here at this village in the Savage Land. Now this is where I'm going to wrap the video up and we'll come back in the next video, because basically you do have Storm just out there in the middle of the ocean, middle of the river, just swimming and everything. And that's when she gets attacked. Now you have all the new X-Men run over to see what happened to Storm. Who attacked Storm? Who was trying to basically kidnap Storm? Now, when the new X-Men all get there, they see Suran. I'm hoping I said his name correctly because I'm bad at saying character's name. But basically, when the X-Men all get there to see what happened to Storm, they see Suran basically absorbing the life force of Storm. And you have Cyclops wondering, I thought this man died. Because, like I said, guys, Scott Summers been here before in the Savage Land. But right now, he's kind of like, well, crap. This man's still alive. X-Men, we have to save Storm. Because this man right here is dangerous. And so, basically, guys, we're going to end the video right here. And we'll pick up in the next video. But before I go, guys, please hit that like, subscribe for more comic book videos. Not daily, more like every other day. But hit subscribe and hit the like button. And I'll see y'all next time, the next X-Men comic book video. Have a good day, guys. Later.